So the way that I've recently quantified my songs is I want to have, and this sounds very abstract, right? And it's my job for it to sound abstract, but to deliver the people something that isn't as abstract. Um, I want it to be American, and I want it to have magic realism. Magic
Mm,
realism is something that you'll experience in like Robert Hunter's songwriting. He was
okay.
Jerry Garcia's main collaborator. He wrote Fire on the Mountain. He wrote Broke Down Palace. He wrote Ripple. Um, China Cat Sunflower. Look for a while at the China Cat Sunflower proud, walking jingle in the midnight sun. Copper dome Bodhi drip of silver. Crazy quilt star gown through a moonlight wind, moonlight veil or something. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, yeah.
All it does is it's like a nice breeze that just blows through the imagery of your mind.
Mm,
And you can't help but just feel like, I don't understand this world, but I kind of like it.
mhm,
I love that. And when I say American, I'm referencing a lot of lyricists like Tyler Childers and John Prine.
mhm, yeah.
People who just tell you a story that nobody else could have told because nobody else lived it and sat down to write it that had their mind. And Jerry Garcia had a fantastic thing he said where it's not your job to be the best at what you do. It's your job to be the only one that does what you do.
Mhm,
And it's like, again, removing that ego, this
yeah.
best, worst. It's like, no, I'm just the only one, like for better or worse, I'm the
Mhm.
only dude that could be this much of of a dipshit on stage. I'm also the only one who could have dialed in that tone and reacted with it at that time and bent the strings in that way and made the song that tempo. So
Mhm,
I think like nobody else could have written Country Squire. No one. And
mhm,
no one could have. And
mhm,
three dudes that went to go sit in an office on Music Row that came in with hook lines on their iPhone notes memo
mm.
could not have been like, I have this song called Country Squire. And they'd be like, literally, someone would be like, yeah, I don't hate it. What else you got? It's
Ah,
well, that's cool. Like I love writing songs. So that's the thing is where Cosmic Country is really cool is that, at least in my opinion, is that it's very much a collaborative effort.
mm,
Uh, I live in Nashville, so holy shit, there are some of the best songwriters that have ever walked the earth that live
mhm,
here. And there's also some of the people who are aspiring to be those people. And so Chandler Brown and Drake Freeman, we wrote Justice
mm,
right after my girlfriend and I at the time we broke up, and it was a time where I was just writing heavy really all the time, 5 songs a week, something intense. And uh Justice came very fast, and it was a thing where I couldn't have written it unless I had those guys in the room at that time.
mm.
And it so it's that kind of a thing, but I'm still figuring it out. But those are the people that are really inspiring me right now, are like Eric Church. I love Goose. I think Goose is really cool. It's a great jam band. I don't know if you've listened to them.
A little bit, yeah.
They have a lot of that magic realism.
Mm,
uh, like J.R. Tolkien is like the martyr for magic realism.
sure.
It's like just magical things happening in the reality that you and I both know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So,
mhm.
which kind of honestly, dude, magic can be bad. COVID-19. I discovered magic realism too a couple hours before I did mushrooms that night with the Stone Cold Steve Austin video, which is
Oh,
actually,
man.
I didn't even realize that. So that's very funny. I didn't even realize
Wow.
that. No. I was sober. I promise. I was sober at the time.